should be doing, right? When you go out in your peers, you should be not subjugating your individuality to your peers, because that's not exactly right. That's kind of based on an inhibition model. You know, you've got aggression, you've got bad habits, they have to be inhibited. You learn that by interacting with your peers. It's not the right model. Piaget, that's a Freudian model. Piaget was correct about that. He basically pointed out that what should happen is, let's say with your aggression, and hopefully you have some, is that it gets socialized. And so you learn how to play games, but you don't drop your drive to win. You integrate that in the games. And so you try to win, you try to play hard, but if you're defeated or you hit something negative, you don't respond negatively, and you can keep that all bounded within being a good player, a fair player. And that means what's happened is you've learned how to play a game or a set of games that also includes the darker parts of you, and they actually become part of your force of character. It's way better if you can pull that off, and that's what you definitely want to do as an adult. Like, all you people are going to have to learn to negotiate on your own behalf, and that's really hard. It means that you have to know what you want, you have to be able to communicate it, and you have to be able to say no. And to say no, you have to be built on a solid foundation. You have to have options. So you got to remember that as you go through your life. Is like, if you don't have options, you can't negotiate with someone, and if you're not willing to use them, they win, period. Because if you're asking your boss for more money, say, the answer is no, because he doesn't have any spare money lying around that he can just give to you, and lots of other people are asking. So some of that's zero-sum stuff, you know, not all of it, because often you cooperate with people and the whole pot can grow, but some of it's zero-sum. And so you better have a case made. It's like, here's why here's how much money I should have, here's why. Here's the benefit to you that will accrue if you do it. Here's the consequences that you don't. They're actually real, they will cost you, and I will do them. It's like, then you can negotiate. And you don't do that rudely. But those arguments, you better have them in order. Like, so for example, if you're going to negotiate for a raise or a status shift, you better have your resume at hand, all polished up, and know where else you're going to look for a job, and you better be able to get one. Because otherwise you're weak, and you will not win the negotiation. And if you're too agreeable, so you're conflict avoidant, you will make less money across time. That's already been well established. And that's because you don't have teeth. Not enough. And so in the little micro contests that you're going to have every day, you're going to incrementally lose to people who are more aggressive, who have bigger teeth, and that's what happens. So don't let that happen. You place yourself so you can negotiate, because otherwise you're just a facade, and in a real battle a facade is just torn down right away. So yes.